So what was that moment like, winning not one, not two, but 3 Melbourne Cups with Mackay Diva? Does the feeling stay with you always? It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it never leaves you. It changes your life. You know, from that moment you win your first one, your whole life changes. You'll never capture that moment again. It was just, I could hear the call, I could hear the crowd. I had so much time just to completely relax. It didn't last long, but it felt like it was a moment that I can relive a lot, you know. I get goosebumps just talking about it now.
So you've had some really big highs, but you've also really opened up about the lows in your life.
People from the outside thought I was always good, but that was just almost like I was an actor. I felt like I was acting a lot. And I got real good at it too, don't worry. Would never show any vulnerability. You know, anyone asked me how I was, I'm great, I'm good. You know what I mean? Bullshit. I was actually just bleeding internally, you know. I was suffering. And I did it wrong. I started self-medicating, you know, running away from it, not talking. I got to a point, Jacqui, where the only way I could describe it is I felt like I was in that much of disrepair that I didn't know where to start to repair things. Like, you know what I mean? I was like the car that was written off. You know, I was hurting so many people around me, you know what I mean? You're hurting the people too that you love. They're the ones that you affect most, obviously, and they'd be better off without me, and I'm better off not being here. That's how I felt, you know? Yeah, it was pretty ordinary place to be.
And what's the message you'd like to get out there, particularly to men?
Yeah, I mean, there has been a culture shift, and there's a lot getting out there, but geez, there's a lot more being done. Yeah, and it's just men in general. They've got to be. We've got to have a real good look at ourselves and say, you know, we are vulnerable. You know, like, we don't take it all on board all the time. You know, talk to your friends, but seek professional help, because when you give someone when you talk to someone and they give you a perspective and they give you fresh eyes. Look, you know, I'm the same. Listen, I'm still going through, I still see people now, because when you're in it and you're looking at it with your eyes, you don't sort of see from the outside in, you know, and then if you get an opinion from someone else and they can tell you something in a couple of minutes, you go, oh, yeah, and you start thinking, you know, you start thinking about something in a different way, you'll look at it a different way, you'll start conversation. And then once you start that conversation, that's the road to recovery straight away, you know, talking about it.